Hi guys, FrostFangs here, welcome to another Paladins video, and we're playing some Tiberius today for the first time on the channel in somewhere around 7 months, which is obviously a pretty big time for Paladins with the quarter-ice changes, everything Tiberius has had happen to him and the other characters, so I'm really quite overdue for this video. I think I talked about it the last time I covered Tiberius, but he did get shifted a bit away from his Q, which was sort of his main nuke ability, into some of the other parts of his kit, specifically his F, which didn't really take off. I feel like ever since Tiberius was nerfed, his play rate has been pretty low compared to where it was. That might just be my experience though. I'd still say he's in a really good spot overall balance wise. I wouldn't say he's overpowered or necessarily underpowered. He's just a bit there from where he once was. Although with the changes to Cauterize, I really wanted to revisit him because he has so much sustain in his kit, and because obviously now you don't have to buy Cauterize, he's overall in a better spot than a lot of other characters were, because you can just start off with something like Kronos and get your whole kit rolling a little bit faster. But yeah, moving on to the build, I feel like I need to talk about Cauterize and Kronos a little bit first, because it does play into why it's different. I no longer really rock the F reset or the reset on the Q. I do run it in the variant if I really want to spam the Q, but most of the time you can get away with just running extra sustain, especially if you're going for the talent that gives you 2 charges on your F. You don't really need the reset, you don't really need the reset on the Q either, but sometimes that one is kind of nice. So instead we have a ton of heal on the Q, base heal when we hit our shots, basically just life rib, and then a bunch of extra health, then just 2 cards level 1, which are quite nice to have. The reset, the exact same thing, just has the sustain cards 1 level down each. So yeah, enough yapping, we'll just keep everything jump into a game 1. My whole point was that more so now than before, you can get away without running the reset because of Kronos and Cauterize and just your kit and how different Paladins is. I feel like overall it's a safer choice to just go full sustain and defensive. Similar to the Sati video, I'm probably going to title this one The Absolute State of Tiberius, because he's had a very similar thing happen. He's overall probably more balanced. It's just that when you compare him with where he was before, he's a little bit less interesting, and his sort of play styles are a little bit less varied and a little bit more standard and flat, I suppose. Shouts to a bunch of people here in the chat. That's like most of the lobby. We've got a Ying, a Zin, an Ash, and a Genos. We're on Siege, Serpent, Beach up against a Strix. He might be a bit of a pain. Torvald, then Lex, Maeve, and Grover. Pretty high levels. It seems like a relatively try-hard looking Siege. I still need to get adjusted to some of the things I've changed. I haven't even got everything properly set or even arrived yet, so there's going to be even more tweaks, and my aim's going to be a little bit messier for a few videos until I properly get adjusted to everything and fully tweak all the things I'm tweaking. For the talent, I'm not really sure what to go for. If this is a really try-hard Siege, I feel like I'm safer just going for Vicious Assault, because I'm going to get flanked from the Maeve and the Legs, but I also want to go for Predatory Instincts just because it makes it a little bit easier. Because we have a Ying and a Genos, I do wonder how much I'm going to be defending them instead of getting flanked myself. I pretty much just ignore this middle one. I barely ever go for Targon's Fury, but Vicious Assault does seem kind of appealing. I don't know if the bounce is going to help me that much, so we'll go for the extra F charge and then just the standard setup, and we'll start with Kronos. So we got Resonance, Yomi, Slugshot, Luminary. So maybe because of their talents I shouldn't have gone for this because of the Deep Roots and Direct Current, but I guess we'll see. Pop the Q, get rid of the Maeve if I can just land a hit. Lucky bounce. Alright, Strix is on the back line. We do have a bit of damage on the F, which I'll forget about, but might be useful. I'm dead here 100%. This was terrible, although heals from the Ying. Yeah, dead to the Strix. That play was atrocious. Was just messed up by trying to read everything that was going on, but seems like we kind of held it. We do have the double supports early game here. We are going to be pretty strong. Their Strix really is putting in work right now. I'm trying to deal with him, but he is clearing the team and is quite easily able to get rid of us and stuff. Am I dead here? Can we kill this Maeve? Just really abusing the F and the really constricted room there. Strix still being annoying. There's an 850 for him. I guess we can pull that back. Getting pushed in. We'll pull it back as we jump in. Pop the Q. Hello, Torvald. Strix is also there. He's pushing in on me. Is he going around the left side? I was spamming that just in case. I think I'm just dead here, right? He's going to one-shot me. We'll get Haven rolling in a minute, because I'm not going to grab Kronos 3 right away for 900, or we can get Haven 2 and counter what they're going for. Wrecker would also be kind of nice, but I don't know if we need that just yet. Hello, Maeve. You are dead. Don't know how that worked, but okay. Pull that back. He's on nothing. We're going to pull away. Fire one back. That was actually pretty smooth. Torvald's just in the corner. He's always with the Strix, so I thought we'd be here too. He's dead. That was weird. The timing on Tiberius' stuff can still be a little bit weird sometimes. Dead to the Maven, the Strix. Strix really is just getting free 1200s on me, to be honest. We'll grab some Haven. Saying that though, even though the Strix is putting in a lot of work, getting rid of, you know, the side team, I feel like the healers and Ash are still making really good work on the point. I actually got rid of the Genos there, but he is gone. We'll right click there. There goes the Grover. We'll F in just to push him off, but it doesn't matter because we got the objective captured. Alright, there we go. 2-0. I really didn't know if we were going to get that because of how well the Strix was doing, but I felt the rest of the team aren't really putting in crazy work compared to sort of our core, if that makes sense. It's in there, and General's agreeing that the Strix hurts. He's definitely doing the best on their side. We're going to save up, get more Haven, although maybe I should go for Veteran. Let's go Veteran. I feel like Rejuvenate would also be fine here, but because we are maxed out on health 2450, we might as well get Veteran, and every percentage is like an extra 120, which is really nice. We'll throw some stuff over there. Strix being very cheeky. We can counter peek him. Even if I die for it, we do really annoy him. Just avoiding the Grover who's spamming at me. He's trying to pull. Alright, we'll do the F to get up here. Strix is just there. There's a 750 for him. He's dead. Oh, never mind. It's the Grover that's dead. Well done, Zin. We'll go for the F to get up top. Hello, Grover. You're not a Grover. You're a Torvald. I know that. Am I dead to Strix? I'm spamming the right click. I'm getting some heals here. We're going to dash up, do another spin. I always, for some reason, think I can cancel out that by hitting E again, but that's not how that works. Hello, Strix. Q, point blank range. There we go. That's the sort of cheesy shit that we love to do against snipers. Can't remember exactly how much the change even was, but I tell you right now that 25% does not feel that crazy. I say as I just absolutely shred through a Grover. Let's take a bit of a side angle away from the Strix. Never mind. I still got hit from him. I thought he was way further left and not able to see me, but okay. Or Veteran. Not going to repeat myself here too much because I talked about it in a different video, but because I changed stuff with just my basic peripherals, like making a normal video is requiring so much more brain power because I'm having to adjust whenever I'm just playing, so I can't make my commentary as easily as I usually would. There goes Strix. Why can't I move? I was caught on something there. That was weird. Pull the sword in. Objective captured. Push in with the Q. Yeah, the Q still is kind of crazy. It just feels less crazy. It's still a really strong ability. I don't know what I was saying earlier. Still feels really strong. It just isn't a nuke ability like it used to be. Am I dead? No, we dodged. We've got so much health right now. Do a little bit of a jump with the F. I think Zin tried to do the same thing. Mine failed. We'll try that again. We'll go up here on the Lex. There's hits. He's just going to die here as long as I don't suck. My aim is way better than it used to be, even if I am still getting adjusted to it. I think just putting in the effort has made a big difference. We've got some good hits there with the sword. Is he going to run in? We did catch him. We'll go for the F. There's the Q. I popped that earlier, but it took a little minute. Let's get rid of the Maeve too. That was a disgusting double. Jesus Christ. Just absolutely took him out. We'll pop the F, go in here on him. We use the right click as well. Pull that in. There's the Q. I'm just trying to bait them away from the point. I'm going to die for it, but I was hoping that they would have maybe made a bit of an effort and regrouped. That kind of worked. We might get this. Ash going for the ult. We'll grab some more Haven. That might secure the 4-0. It was a very aggressive play from me. It could have easily massively backfired, but I felt like the team was regrouping a little bit. But yeah, there we go. There's the 4-0 victory. Don't know if we really deserved that. That Strix was putting in a ton of work, even though the stats don't really show it aside from his damage. Me and the Zim were pretty heavily countering him. I feel like the healers and the Ash were doing their own sort of thing on the point and massively holding that on their own. So even though me and Zim were pressuring the Strix and sometimes dying, it overall ended up really working out because he wasn't able to pressure the point. That was a pretty quick siege, so we'll just re-queue jump into another one. I feel like what we did show there really well, other than the healers who were constantly healing it, making it look even more crazy, is that the amount of health you can get with Veteran, Haven, Chronos, and just the sustain you have makes you a force to be reckoned with. Even if you're outputting less than before because of the nerfs, you're still incredibly strong, just in a different way than before. You don't have the sort of hit Q, absolutely shred through somebody, but you just do it over a bit of a longer time and you're more of a pain to get rid of. Alright, well, for game 2, we've got King of the Hill, Marauder's Port. Shoutouts to our Andro. We've also got a Drogoz, an Ash, and a Ray. And then for this, a Dredge, a Fury, a Sati, a Khan, and a Vora. Another thing to mention with Tiberius is there aren't really any massively hard counters for you or the enemy. Obviously there are a few minor things, but nothing massive, similar to, again, the Sati video where he now feels more like just a straight damage and sustain sort of character. We'll go for Vicious Assault again, super safe choice, and then just the same setup, why not? Don't really feel like this would be a great situation to go for anything else, so we'll just run this. We'll start with Cronus there again. We've got Curse Revolver, Fusillade, Battering Ram Extension, Relentless, Improvised Cherish, Storm, and Hurl. Shoutouts to the Andro, you heard the man. Like and subscribe. I don't know if I've ever said that in a video in like the past half a decade. Let's run left side. Yeah, let's just go really aggressively in. This might fail, but we'll go for it. We'll throw the right click through. I was hoping he'd pull the shield, and instead he queued, which isn't what I was expecting. Usually Khan's queue a little bit later. Is Ash dead? The F hard slams, so that was a misplay. Never heard anybody talk about that, but yeah, Tiberius does throw a little bit under where you're pointing. It's not massive, but on certain angles you do really notice it. She's just trying to spam. Heal from being out of combat. 2.4k is already kind of crazy without the veteran buff. I mean, props to that Khan. He does sort of live up to the stereotype of Americans always doing a good job, similar to the Ebon Star Zin. Sati's decoys somewhere, but just throw down there on her. Surprisingly not losing. I feel like I've been doing a really crappy job, but I think the rest of the team's been doing fine. That's the Fury ulting. We'll Q and then spam up there. I just need to remember to aim a little bit higher. So right click, that was pretty beefy to be honest. We had like 2 or 3 of them. They're actually quite low over there. Some really, really good hits, to be honest. Just more 600s. We'll pop the Q just to spam the 5 shots a little bit faster. Dredge really getting kind of slapped here. There we go. That's what you want to see. We'll pop the F in case she pushes. She did. That worked. Let's grab Haven and Veteran. I do really like that start on Tiberius. 2.5k plus like a bit of damage reduction, and just all the sustain is honestly crazy, let alone when you get more stuff going. Am I out of that? Yes. Very, very close. We'll right click him. There we go, another hit or two. Thought he would juke left. He's actually playing that corner really well. That's somebody on me. We'll pop the F. Shouts Ray for the heals. That's, I think, Sati ulting from behind. Yep, okay. I'm just throwing more stuff. I'm dead here. Nimble is definitely also worth considering. I thought I'd be able to finish off Sati there, but I don't know if I'd grab it over the other stuff, especially if you go for the taunt with the 2 F charges. If you don't, and you've only got 1 F charge, then you definitely have more of a reason to. We'll just go play the point. Hello, Sati. It's going to dip back into my spawn. I kind of hate doing this, but because of how many people have done it to me, and because it's still in the game, I feel like I kind of have to abuse this absolute dog shit. It's so stupid. Don't know why that in the year or 2 I think we've had King of the Hill, it's definitely been at least 2 years, right? They haven't made it so that spawns don't exist. There's some free shielding for you, Khan. I'm just going to go ahead and go back to my regular activities of playing the objective. Pop the ult, just rush in on him. Go for a little bit of a cheeky spin. That was a really nice angle. More hits on the Fury. Will dash in. Oh my god, what just happened? I got like 3 of my charges consumed. Is Tiberius' ult kind of scuffy now? I don't remember it being bad, but Fury pushing in very aggressive here. I wish the area on the F explosion was a little bit bigger, but you know, if it was, it'd probably be too strong. There goes the Fora. Sustain there, just crazy to just go ahead and grab Nimble. I think it makes the most sense. Hits on the Khan. There's a right click which does go through the shield, which is sort of the best counter you've got, to be honest, when I think about Tiberius' sort of matchups. We'll pop the Q. Blast the Vora here. She should be dead, right? Missed all of that. Whatever though, team's just got me covered, absolutely melting through them. Ray hasn't healed me too much, but she's been doing a good job, I'd say, overall. Spam the Dredge, who's just been up there trying to spam stuff at us. That kind of worked. Sadly just failing with the ultimate. Hello, Khan. Am I going to get pulled off the map here? I do feel kind of bad for the Khan, especially after he just got punched in the head by the freaking Drogos, and he set myself off the map there. Sati, where are you? I'm trying to catch you here. You're on the bottom. Nope, that's Vora. She's dead. There's the F. There's the Q. Man, that's scuffy, but I feel bad for the Khan. He does have a support. He's got Fury, but she's not really healing him that much. I feel like he's trying to push the point a lot of the time on his own because his team isn't with him. Am I dead to the Fury? Nope, Ray's got me with the heal. Okay, I feel like just in general this game feels slightly uneven. Not because people are bad, but because the way they're playing with each other. Don't know if that made sense, but the skill level feels all pretty even in this one, except for the way people are playing with each other. They're sort of playing and doing their own thing, whereas people on my team are all playing together. Can I get back on? Oh, back from the dead. Holy shit, that was just disgusting. I feel bad for that. I do apologize there, Khan. Jesus. There's the Q. Spam the Dredge a bit. Am I dead to him here? Maybe not. Can we pull that back? Shouts Drogos there. I thought I was just going to get blasted. I didn't have really my movement ready, so I was expected to be screwed. We'll finish it off and Nimble. Keep it going. Oh, right on the point. Perfect. Pop the Q to blast him. There's a right click through 2 of them. Nice. We'll pull that back. Do we go for the ult and do a bit of a cheeky spin around the side? That was really bad. I'm going to leave that whole weird weight in the video there. That was so bad. There's the right click again. I'm just spamming it at this point. We're going to actually get away here with our life. Oh, we are. Okay, that's a double. Push the Sati too. I did get the fake shot there, which happens with Tiberius and Grover, but free triple. Love to see it. Free, I nearly died for it, but you know what I mean. Sort of a quadra, penta nearly. And I finished off our Veteran. We now have 2.8k health on Tiberius, which feels kind of crazy given everything we've got in our kit. There's a right click down range for him. Is he dead? Oh my god, if I'd have landed that shot, that would have been such a smooth kill. He's still dead though. Drogo's going to push in. There's the Q. We use the F for movement here. I'll pop the other one in a second and we'll push in on the Vora. Don't know how I got the weird fakey shot there. It's on the Khan. There's a right click for him. He's dead. Hello, Fury. I'm just going to go for the one pushing on here completely unnecessarily. One other thing to mention with Tiberius that I never hear anybody talk about. Oh my god, the rubber banding there was bad. I'm trying to spam the F, I don't even have it up. Nearly killed the Dredge too. Fury just spawned pretty much directly on me, but yeah, the ult refund you get is very, very generous. You get like 15% of charge, so you can use like half of it and keep like 40%. Obviously, we should be refunded some, but I think right now it's at 15% of charge, which is a little bit too much. We shredded their team, did a fantastic job as well. That felt a little bit uneven, but like I said, just because of the way people were playing with each other, it's a very separated game for their side. Overall, though, a good game and a very good showcase, I'd say, for the current state of Tiberius. Even though he's not in a bad position at all, he's just a little bit more boring than he once was. Although, for I think for the most part, that's a good thing. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you staying all the way till the end. I'll, of course, see you guys all really, really soon. I'm going to time it here with the music. And as always, stay frosty.